Ah, there we are.
Shemai.
You weren't expecting that, were you, Meredith Jones?
No, I haven't even opened up my Animate project yet. So don't switch to my laptop screen quite yet, Dom. While
I told him I wasn't going to put the music on, everyone. And look at him. He's floundering like a floundering fish.
I'm an absolute.
Lucky one of us. Lucky one of us is here holding the wheel.
Dear me. Last time I started and you hadn't gone live, and now you've gone live when I'm not ready.
Don't blame it on me. A bad animator always blames his tools.
Oh, I'm back. I'm there. I'm in.
Right.
How is everyone?
Is it Noswaita or is it Prananda?
It is Pronoun, actually. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah. You know,
I just feel ready for bed. Yeah. Is everyone okay? It'd be nice to see who's in the chat tonight.
Yeah, let's get some comments going. Who've we got? Yeah, it's Annette. She's back.
Hey, Shemai. Oh, yes.
From the video.
Annette, you have publicly shamed me now because you sent me an email about this week. And you've just put a comment.
There's one person who knows about public shaming, it's Meredith.
You did, Dom, you didn't have to put that up, did you? Come on the screen. Man alive. Oh, Annette, I'm really sorry about that. Yeah. So so maybe you had a look at the my old Dreamweaver tutorial when I had a nasty cold, and it should face pink tears. Yeah,
face pink tears. Face pink tears.
Yeah, and there should be like an auto mailer on that sending the PDF out. But I saw your message saying that you hadn't had it, so that presumably means that nobody else has had it either. So everybody else who signed up for that a few months back, sorry if I didn't email you.
Hey, send it over to me. I'll get it done. Listen, everyone out there, if you need anything done, if you need Meredith to do anything else, you let me know and I'll make sure he does it. End of.
Or you could come here and publicly shame me by leaving a comment on the stream.
You do that yourself on a Friday night. Everyone tells me, so don't worry about that.
Oh, Jonah. Come on now.
Dim drop. Right.
Yeah. So we're moving on to some... Yeah, sorry, Dom.
Business in hand.
Yes. So we're moving on to some really fun stuff today. We're going to be looking at...
Because all the other stuff's been crap. I didn't mean that.
It's been divlas. Yes. So we're moving on to starting to mess around with characters. So creating characters and rigging your character with the bone tool and a lot of fun stuff like that. So are we going to jump in?
We are going to jump in. Let's crack on with it today. Let's
go to the
Anthony says he'll have a copy as well.
Oh yeah. Did you sign up for that on my Dreamweaver webinar, Anthony, or are you a new disgruntled person waiting for the PDF?
Anthony will just take anything he can get. That's what it is.
It's just
free pack of knickknacks. Anthony will be all over that as well.
I'm up for that. I got a load of wipes here.
Back in the 80s.
I got a load of antiseptic wipes here from COVID days, if you want, Anthony. I got boxes of them here.
Partially used.
Oh, dear me. Right, go over to the slides then, Dom.
Okay, gotcha.
Let's get serious. Come on. I've been in an
This is the best we've done so far.
I've been in an Eisteddfod today, Dom, with my daughter.
Have you really been doing a bit of singing?
She was competing today. Yeah. So
nice.
If you think I'm being a bit dramatic, then it's because I'm inspired. Anyway, right. Nice. Just a reminder about our fake scenario, Camp Cymru, and so that
everyone knows it's fake. Yeah. Moving on. Get her on camera.
Yeah. Here we go. Say hello.
There she is. Most important woman in the building by far.
Definitely. Right. So remember that we're on this fake scenario because we're not using the live ones. Okay. So today, I've frozen up. Have you frozen up?
No, you're all good.
Oh, okay, cool. We're there. All right. So we're going to look at character design and symbols. Now then, we've been learning a lot about symbols over the last few sessions. Now, you need to stay very organized with your symbols when it comes to creating your character. Okay. So, for example, for just a basic, person, we've got that list of character symbols that we need to create our character. Okay, so
and
there's
you're
no
doing those all as different symbols, basically.
Yeah, so
everyone's a symbol.
Everyone is a symbol. Yeah,
Man
exactly.
alive.
Yeah. So there's a lot of, you need your symbol names to be labeled sensibly, kind of like I've got there, I suppose. So I've got a note there, a side note on the side, which says, for a simpler character and walk cycle, you could use whole arm and leg symbols without bending knees and elbows. So if you've seen the exemplar, the BFit Cymru exemplar from WJC, that character is just a head, torso, 2 arms, 2 legs. There's no neck. The feet are just connected.
Rugby player.
Yeah.
No neck. It's a hooker.
Yeah. And the feet are connected to the legs, and the legs don't bend at the knee or the elbows. So, if you could simplify this, you could. Okay.
Maybe we should do that for this session, because you know what you like with going on philosophy rants. So maybe just for this session,
tell me what I'm like, Tom. Tell me what I'm like, Tom.
Dim prob.
We're dropping truth bombs here tonight.
But don't forget, you can adjust the brightness on it. Yes,
indeed. Now then, here's something that I stole off Google Images, but I didn't steal it because I am giving it a little reference. So this is a walk cycle. So once you've created your character, you can then obviously start trying to create a walk cycle. Now, this comes from a pretty good website called angryanimator.com with a lot of useful stuff to do with walk cycles. So if you specifically want to kind of mess around with walk cycles, there's some good stuff on there that's not specific to animate. It's kind of generally to do with animating walk cycles. Okay. Now, obviously, you can see there, if you're going for that kind of walk, then you need the elbows and the knees to bend. But as you say, it might be worth us trying to go for something a little simpler first of all. So if you swap back to my animate screen.
I'm there.
Oh, you're there. Right. Yeah. Now then. Oh, some good looking stuff in your mind, isn't there? Huh?
Don't get caught up in that. Get caught up in that. Come on.
Lovely looking things, yeah. Right. So for my character, I'm going to be messing about with a lot of stuff today. So I'm just going to be doing this, no surprise to you, I'm sure, within symbols. Okay? So I'm just going to go to
insert new symbol. Give it a name. Keep it as a graphic. I'm going to do this one as head.
Well, hang on. Oh. Yeah. So for the character, it is going to be useful for you to be making symbols within symbols. Okay. Because you're not going to want to draw these body parts separately. You kind of want to draw your whole character and then see it all laid out. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So create a new symbol, and I'm going to call this basic character. Because we're not going to have bending knees and elbows. Okay, so we can call it basic character. So here we go. I'm in a nice blank empty symbol. Okay. So this is something we haven't done before. When we've been creating symbols up to now, we've always done insert new symbol every time. Okay. But you can draw something and then put it into a symbol. In fact, that's kind of the standard way of using symbols. It's just that I've always found that quite an untidy way of using symbols. So let's make a really quick character. So we're going to go for a character walking sideways, similar to that walk cycle we were looking at just now. Okay, so we're going to draw this character, but we are going to draw it with the body part exploded. Okay, so I'm going to go for head, torso, so head, body, right arm, right leg, left leg. 6. Is that right? Yeah, 6 symbols.
Just wondering what was going on there. No idea.
Yeah, 6.
Just having a senior moment.
Yeah. The mask is slipping on these sessions now, isn't it? Right. So, right. Okay, now then, I am going to go over drawing nice characters, but for this, let's see how quickly we can get a character walking. Okay, let's kind of do some speed work here. So let's grab the fluid brush tool.
Oh yeah, is that where you're going? Is it? I went to
For
shapes.
For this, I'm going to go grab the fluid brush tool. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to mix. Now, remember, the fluid brush tool uses the fill color, not the stroke color, which is a little counterintuitive, but it uses the fill. So I'm going to mix a nice skin tone for my fluid brush tone. So I'm going to click on the little rainbow beach ball there. Okay. Now as you can see, I've been prepping for this session, so I'm already kind of there. Now, skin tones, I always try and point my kids in the right direction here. You know, they'll usually go for pinks, you know.
Yeah.
And usually, okay. And usually you're not going to get much joy around you. This is, you know, go to see your doctor kind of blood pressure problems, skin tones here, isn't it? You know?
Right.
So if you're looking for more natural skin tones, you actually need to kind of come down to this end of the spectrum. Okay, right. So kind of in here, with, you know, in your oranges, in there, and then up there along the top, you know, you'll be able to mix something, you know, a little more natural looking, perhaps. Okay, cool. There we go. Right. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a rough head. So I've got my I've dropped my size toggle down for the brush tool because it was huge. Okay.
I mean, I've got all of mine whacked up right to the top, but you've gone a little bit different here.
Yeah, to be honest with you, all of these doesn't make much difference, but the size will make a difference for what we're doing today. So I'm just going to do, I'm just going to make a head. There we go.
So why wouldn't you just use the circle tool?
Yeah, you could. I'm trying to be super quick today.
Oh,
you know, because this isn't going to be my main character that we're going to be working with in the project, because we're going to look at using just not bending arms and legs.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So I'm do that, and I'm going to grab my paint bucket. Okay. I'm going to fill that in.
By the way, we've got Derry, and we've got Anthony, and we've got Miss Hawkins. They all have copies. That's fine. Don't worry. We've seen your comments. Yeah. I'm just trying to keep Meredith, to be honest, you know, like, because he goes on these philosophical rants. So let's keep it tidy for now. I've seen you. I hear you.
I would call them soliloquies rather than rants, but you know, there we are.
He's off on another one. Told you. Come on, let's go.
Right. And then crease tee is the Welsh term for a t-shirt, Dom. So I'm gonna go for the
crease tee. Okay.
Well, crease is shirt, and then T is the letter T in it. So, yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna draw the t-shirt, and I'm gonna kind of disconnect it a bit from the head. Okay, so I'm keeping things simple.
So you're still on the fluid brush.
Yeah.
You've chosen a different color to keep it real.
Yeah.
What's that done? Ah, that's interesting. Right.
I'm gonna fill it. Okay. Oh yeah, as well. This is something to remember. I'll just do something over here. If you're using the fluid brush tool and you've got a gap in your shape like that, sometimes what's it called? The paint bucket won't work. Okay. But that's what's really handy is right over here in your properties with the paint bucket. So you see I'm under properties tool, paint bouquet, is this little guy here, the gap size. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you got gap size, don't close gaps. If I try filling in there, it doesn't do anything because this isn't a closed shape. But once I usually just whack it up to that one, close large gaps. Oh, that gap was too big. It seemed like a good example. There we are. Right. Okay. I'll try again. Man. Anyway, that's the point. When you, if you've got it on close large gaps, it'll close gaps. Okay, there we are. I got my body there. Now I am going to do just the kind of torso part of the trousers here as well. Okay. So I'm just literally gonna do a. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, right, because you want the legs to be separate from that.
Yeah, that was bad. I remember as well. Use your zoom, okay? It's amazing how much easier stuff is when you zoom in. So
it's really reassuring that Mededi is not human, or is human, in fact.
That I'm not. Yeah,
that you are human. Sorry, there you go. Okay. All right. Okay.
I like to make a mistake now and again, just to
to keep us on our toes.
Yeah, just so that people can relate more.
Do you think I'd get marks taken off for having purple pants, or is that all right?
No, I think I'd give you extra marks for purple pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a way that you can give us a way to put like an effect on them so they can be corduroy?
Yes.
Brilliant. We'll do that.
Do you want me to do that now or what?
No.
All right. Okay. Don't be silly. Right. Ready?
Yeah.
Wyt ti barod, Dom?
Wyt ti barod? Yeah.
Right. Now then. I'm going to make some arms now. Okay. So
they are different shapes, though, aren't they? Your red and your trow.
Well, I'm in. Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
I'm in merge drawing mode at the moment. So if yeah. But at the moment, it's not really important. But yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, luckily, I was in merge drawing mode as well.
Okay.
No, actually, I wasn't. I'm not.
Right. Come on. It's you slowing me down.
No, come on. I'm ready. I'm there. I'm miles ahead of you.
I wouldn't mind a poll on the comments. Who talks most drivel in these sessions? Dom or Meredith?
Just by doing that, you've already marked yourself out. You've marked your card there.
I think.
I email these people everything they ever need. So if anyone dares to say in the comments that it's me, you'll just be taken off the mailing list immediately. So just watch it. Same problem. Come on, people. You can say though if you want, but just
okay. So I'm just making I'm making an arm. Rough as you like. Because Dom's in a rush. I'm gonna swap back to my koch to make a sleeve.
Wow, this is a very interesting arm that I've done here.
Mine isn't the best either, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay. This is like countdown. It's so fast. I love it.
Yeah, we're going off on a pace today. I like this.
Yeah, this is what these sessions could have always been until I got to know you properly. There you go. Oh, that's a bit mad.
What is?
I filled in my sleeve, but there's let me pull that out of the way. Oh,
yeah. Well, I could have made my sleeve separately and moved it on top.
Yeah, that's actually a better way to do it.
Yeah, it would have been easier.
Because when you're in that merge drawing mode, it causes all sorts of shenanigans, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah. We are
from me to everyone.
We are rushing today, so you know. Okay, now then.
Oh, I need in your hand. Okay.
Of course. Yeah. Now I'm gonna highlight my arm, and I'm gonna duplicate it. So Control D, or you do Edit, Duplicate. Okay. There it is. Bring that guy over here. Right click, transform, flip horizontal. Oh no!
Oh, hello.
Hang on. No, sorry. We're doing a walk-in. Sorry, this guy's walk-in, so we don't want to flip it. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Right.
I do want a copy, but I want they're both facing the same way, aren't they? Because we're walking from left to right in this one. Sorry.
Can you highlight both of them and then copy?
Well, the leg and the arm.
No, so like the sleeve and the arm. Can you highlight both and then just copy that?
You should be able to. No, you should be able to just highlight it.
Right. Yeah, it does work. Yeah.
Yeah. if you're in well, in whatever mode you're in, actually. Okay, so leg. I'm gonna go for a leg now. So I'm gonna go back to my trouser color.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for a pretty straight leg, I think. Oop, bad days, I'm not on the right tool. Fluid brush tool.
Pretty straight leg, right? Okay.
You know what I mean? You know, the arm is. Oh, wow, this is bad. The arm is. There we go. The arm is, bent at quite the angle. But
so it can be straight or bent.
Well, the arm. Well, with this kind of animation where that elbow doesn't move, it's gonna be a bit of a funny animation anyway, isn't it? So we're making compromises all over the shop here, really.
Right.
Okay. So I got my leg. And I'm gonna make a shoe.
So you just duplicating that leg for the other one?
I'm gonna make a shoe first.
Okay. Erase mode. Erase normal. Can't seem to get this erase as a move to work. Oh, there it did.
Oh.
There it did.
Oh.
You all right?
Yeah, sorry.
Pretty no. You're playing with your straight leg then?
No, do you know what it is? Look, I want to highlight my leg, but I can't highlight my leg without chopping. Oh, yes, I can. There we go. Fine.
All right.
I'm going to duplicate that. Bush. Okay.
This is top marks, isn't it?
Maybe I should have kept it straight.
Do you know what? The illusion has gone completely. This session has brought us hurtling back down to earth. Amazing. This is more my level. This is what I'm into. This is great. There we go. I got no problems with this GCSE. Bring it on. I'll do the AS while we're here.
Oh,
right.
Oh, this is bad. Right. Anyway, gonna give him a neck. There we go.
Give him a neck.
This. I'm glad we did this. I'm glad.
Yeah, me too. I think everyone else out there is glad as well. Do you know no one made a comment on who talks more drivel, me or you?
Oh,
and that's I think they're scared.
No, they've left.
They're scared.
They've left. That's why. Oh, hang on. My hair is redeemed. My hair is redeemed.
Oh, there you done. That's a good one, actually. Yeah.
That is great. I like that hair a lot. I'm going for Norman Price, yeah?
I just booked tickets to go see Norman Price.
Huh?
I've just booked tickets to go and see Fireman Sam at the theatre with my 3-year-old.
Oh, there we are.
Norman Price. So your hair's good. Okay, so this detail. I think everyone can get this detail.
Yeah, but I like
so. Yeah, I know you do, but you got what, 35 minutes, 37 minutes left.
All right, just come on. We got to have a pupil. Okay.
If you were the examiner on this exam, I mean, nobody would pass because you'd be like, well, they didn't get the fire glow, did they? And you can't see any knots in the wood. Honestly, leave the poor students alone.
Do you think I'm like that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, you're an absolute nightmare.
No, I'm not. I'm lovely. I am. I'd be everyone's dream examiner because I wouldn't look at the work. Right. Are you done? Are you ready? I'm waiting for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm done. Yeah, I haven't done facial features, but
no.
Yeah, I'm there.
All right. Okay. So there we go. Okay, so we've kind of got our exploded chap here now. All right.
Yeah.
So we're within a symbol called basic character. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is something we haven't looked up before. But what we can do is we can actually, within a symbol, still save symbols to the library. Okay. And they then will remain on in this symbol exactly where they were, but then they're now kind of a symbol that can be edited independently. Okay. So quite simply, let's just grab the selection tool. I'm going to drag a box over the head. Okay. And now I'm going to go to not insert. I'm going to go to modify and convert to a symbol.
So you've selected the head, all the bits of the head.
Yeah, just drag the box over it with the selection tool, and I'm calling it a basic head. Okay. Oh no, I'm gonna drag a box over. So that's the
Selection tool, yeah.
So this is gonna be the left arm. So drag,
modify.
Convert.
So when you convert it to a symbol, does it come off that basic character symbol?
No, just this basic character symbol now includes drawings and symbols, because bits of the drawings have been converted to symbols.
Okay.
So when I've finished converting to symbols, this basic character symbol will contain 6 other symbols, these body parts.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just going through them. So I've got that, and I'm going to drag over this arm. So this is the right arm. So you can do modify, convert symbol, or you can right click on the selection, and it's right on the bottom there, convert to symbol. Basic arm right. I'm just putting the word basic in front of everything because I have got designs on making a better character than this. Because I feel that I need to redeem myself.
Impossible. You're shot now. Reputations in absolute ribbons, fluttering in the South Wales breeze.
Oh, lovely.
Okay.
Oh no.
Basic torso.
I'm gonna move my torso up a bit out of the way. Oh, look at that now. That foot's in the way. Look. Juju. Right.
You should have done a straight leg like me.
Yeah, I should have. Now, if you're in trouble like that, okay, like I am right now, don't forget about the often forgotten lasso tool.
Ah.
Okay,
so if you can't get it with a standard shape, you can just lasso it.
Yeah. Like that. Okay. And now I
lasso or lasso?
Well, I've always thought it was lasso, but this says lasso.
Right.
Americans, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, saying that, I don't think I think lassos are their thing, and they really. But,
well, actually, it was a Native American thing, which then
was it?
Anyway, I'm going down a rabbit hole there. Here you go.
So, guys in the chat, who talks most drivel on these sessions? Me or Doc?
Literally, not one person has managed to put
that. They've all gone. They've seen my drawing and they've left. Right. Here we go. I'm on my last bit. Okay, so I'm gonna go modify. Convert to sim. Are you?
Yeah, done.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Well, Juju. Right. Can I see yours now?
Yeah, of course you can.
Go on then.
Hang on.
Tell me when I can switch off.
Check it out.
Hang on. Oh.
Nice.
Hey, those arms are good.
The arms are good, actually. I actually did take time on them.
Those arms.
Really pleased with them. Yeah.
They are good.
Yeah. But everything else is slight disappointment.
No, the hair is good too. The hair is good.
Fat ankles, but hey, welcome to my life. Anyway, let's get back to business.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm there. Oh, I feel like you've been holding back on me there now. Right. Okay. So let's go. Let's get this guy put back together. So, what I'm going to do is, before I put the bits in the right places, I'm actually going to use the bone tool to connect them all properly. Okay? So you need the bone tool. Now, I've already got the bone tool here, but you won't have it. So you need to click on the little 3 dots above your color picker to edit your toolbar. And then you need to drag the bone tool in from there to your toolbar. Okay, so if we all do the same, I've just popped it right at the bottom there underneath the magnifying glass. Okay, cool. And you click on those 3 dots to hide that edit thing. All right, so let's go. I'm going to click on the bone. I've got the bone tool selected. Okay. So now, oh yeah, and just for us to remember, at the moment we've got all of these symbols on the same layer. Yeah. Okay, and that's how we want it to be. When you're building up your character, you want to put all these different symbols with all the body parts on the same layer. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag now from the middle of the torso to the neck, basically. Okay, so I'm going to click, drag, drop.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Oh, but I zoomed the wrong way. Right, now then, I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and I'm going to drag from the torso to the
Does it have to be in that same central point?
No, if you click anywhere on the torso, it'll just start. It'll come from that central point anyway. Okay. Now, it's not crucial, but I am trying to drop this bone tool where the joint would be. So I'm not going to put it down here on the elbow. You know what I mean? I'm going to put it up here, kind of on where the shoulder joint is going to be.
And the circle kind of helps with that, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm going to do the same. Click on the torso, drag over to. There we go. And we can change those really easily later on. What are you laughing about now?
There we go. Come on. Desperate to be a PE teacher, that's what you are.
Me? Oh, yes. Now we're talking. Yes. In my cardigan. Yeah. Right. And
then, but for the legs, do they go from that center point of the?
Yeah, they do.
Also as well, do they? I mean, that's a high pivot point for a leg.
Yeah, no, we're gonna address that now. Don't worry, Dom. I got you covered.
Don't worry.
I know. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing. Right. So now that all our bones are in the right place, okay, now we actually start putting these bits in the right place. Okay. So you do the bones whilst the body parts are exploded like this. And then afterwards, because if you try using the bone tool when the body parts are all actually overlapping, you end up kind of dropping them on the wrong place.
Nightmare.
Yeah, total nightmare. Right, so grab now the free transform tool.
Yeah.
Okay. With the free transform tool, I can click on the head and I can move that head into position.
Nice.
Okay. And if I want the head to be in front of the body so that I kind of see that neckline, then you can obviously use right-click, arrange, bring to front, or my favorite is Control and up or Command up on a Mac.
Right.
Okay. I'm just going to do the same here now. Okay, I'm going to grab this arm. I'm going to bring it over. So this arm is this guy's right arm. So from our perspective, it's the front. It's the nearest arm to us.
Right.
So it needs to be in front of the torso. Just pop it into place.
Okay, so bring that one to the front as well.
Okay. Now then, we've got a bit of a thing going on here with the color of the shirt, haven't we? Okay. Now you could use different colors, or what could you do?
Oh, I know what you're gonna do. Yeah, loving that.
Sorry, my Zoom's going bananas. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually drop the brightness of the torso down a little bit.
Oh, right. Crikey, there's all sorts of madness going on here. Right. Color effects, brightness.
Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to leave, no, because I'm going to make that front arm brighter. Okay, so
on the torso.
The front. Oh my goodness, I can't speak. The front arm, I'm actually going to make lighter. So I've gone 21% there. Yeah. Okay. So I can just see that sleeve there now.
Do you think you have to rotate the left arm?
Yeah, so what you could now, so that, that white dot that we see there, okay, that's the rotation point, and that was set when we used the bone tool. But now I could move this white dot. See, so if you had your rotation point wrongly set when you were using the bone tool, you can always adjust it when you're in the free transform tool by dragging that white dot around. But now, yeah, I can just rotate this arm down, so you can see there, and so obviously I need to position it better. So is this arm gonna rotate in a way that makes sense? Yes, it does. Now it actually, look, it goes behind the neck there. So I'm just gonna push it forward more. So I'm gonna bring it forward more. Okay, so I wouldn't have it rotating that far anyway. So there we go. Cool. And now I'm gonna pop this other arm behind. And I'm gonna bring the brightness down on that because it's behind.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't need to do that, but it's turned into a bit of a theme on this webinar, isn't it?
It's literally the only way to achieve the top marks in the WGEC.
Lovely use of the brightness tool. Right.
Slightly excessive, but still very impressive. Right, let's go. Right, let's get these legs in. You see, my legs are straight. You see, I didn't get bent legs like yours.
Oh, my legs are going to look dreadful. I was just going to have to run on his tippy toes, I think. That's the only way I'm going to, because, I'm going to have to do this kind of thing. There we go. Right. So I'm going to
club feet.
I'm going to push that leg right back, that one, and I'm going to drop the brightness down on that leg. There we go. Okay, and then this front leg, I don't mind that this is the same color as the...
If you make sure that the back leg just sits just inside the trousers, you can also get really good definition on the gluteus maximus as well.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. There we are.
Just a tip.
Follow Dom for more tips. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Actually, the color of that is making the brightness color effect slightly more difficult. Just a little FYI.
I just made a mistake. Right. Okay.
5. Okay, fine. That'll do.
Okay. Now then.
Okay.
So if we remember our bone tool, we have this one central joint in the middle of the torso, and all of the appendages came off that, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't suggest you're welcome to do this, Dom, but we're going to break the rig a bit here now. So I'm going to grab a leg, and you can see that is not that's not achieving the effect that we want.
He's had a few drinks, hasn't he?
And you can do the same with the head, so yeah, so that's less than ideal. So what we want to do is this guy, okay, this joint here, right in the middle. I'm gonna click on it. Okay. Now over on the right hand side in your properties object panel, you'll see it saying joint rotation, and that's on. Okay. I want to turn that joint off. Rotation of that joint off. Not one little.
How did you right? So you want to go to the selection tool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I've got that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and select that.
And that's basically solved that entire issue.
Okay.
Have you done it?
Yeah. How do I check if it's solved that issue though?
Try dragging his leg around his head again. And he won't. It'll rotate nicely from the hip. Look at mine here. Goose stepping like a champ.
How are you doing that? How are you doing that? Right.
What?
So I've dejointed him. And now how do I go and check these things?
Go back to your selection tool and just grab a limb.
But it's when I've got the selection tool on, and I go onto the screen, it's got the bone.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Oh,
that's
fine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This man's throwing shapes. This is great.
Yeah. It's quite fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So shall we make him walk?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Right. So right now we've got in our sorry, I can't speak today. In our layers, so in a timeline, it changed our layer 1 to a layer called armature 1, as you can see.
Oh, well, that's interesting because I've got a layer 1 and an armature.
Yeah, it can do that. Yeah, that's fine.
And you know why that is? It's because if you go to frame on the top right,
yes,
create motion tween. When I hide the layer, and it's an object.
Just leave it. That's all that would mean is that maybe you've got a little dot of fluid brush paint somewhere that hasn't been turned into a symbol.
Right. Yes.
So
you're absolutely right.
Yeah. So all of
Can I just get rid of that then?
Yeah, cool. Yeah. You just delete that layer if you want, and it'll get rid of it for you. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to add a layer. Now that you've deleted the layer, I'm going to add the layer now for the ground because we're going to get him to walk. Okay. So I'm going to click add layer. I'm just going to call it ground.
Yeah, I'd recommend naming that one.
So this ground is not going to be visible when I use this guy in my animation. I'm literally just going to grab the line tool over here. Okay, and I'm going to draw a straight line across there.
Did you use shift to do that straight line?
Oh, I did. Yeah, I held shift down so that it drew a perfectly straight line. Yes, I did.
Yeah,
correct. Now maybe you've drawn your line and you realize that your guy isn't on the line. Okay, and you're like, okay, how do I move my whole character about? Because obviously, when we use the selection tool, I'm moving separate body parts. And if you use the free transform tool, that actually kind of detaches your body parts. So you don't want to be doing that. Okay, so let me switch my light on.
Stroke size. I'm doing my colors and strokes and doing it black. Interesting. Armature. Okay. So sometimes it'll switch layers as well, which is interesting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So say that as it happens, I've drawn my line perfectly in the right place for a ground. But imagine that I hadn't. Okay. It's
hard to imagine that you wouldn't have done it perfectly, especially after that animation character that you just drew. But carry on.
So I'm just going to move my ground down there. I'm gonna fabricate a mistake because I just don't make them. So
But you have to do that with the free transform tool, don't you? Because if you do it with the selection tool, it actually makes it into. Oh no, it's still doing that for me. It's bending it.
Yeah. Yeah. If you use the selection tool, yeah. Okay. So say that I want to move my guy around, all of him. Okay. So, and you are gonna want to do that quite a bit usually in your armatures. So I'm gonna go back to my armature. Okay. Oh, there we are. Spoiler alert. What you need to do is you need to go to your free transform tool, but not click on any body part here. Actually just click on the armature 1 layer. See?
Yeah.
And it'll grab your whole guy.
Right.
And then I can just click and move him around. Okay. So that's the way. If you want to move the whole person, then that's what you want to do. Okay. Right then. So let's just get him walking on the spot, shall we?
Okay. On the spot, right? Okay.
So I'm gonna go down here. I need to add some frames. Okay. So at the moment we've just got this single frame, obviously. So let's just add 2 seconds. Okay. So I'm gonna go to 2 seconds, and I want I want my ground as well. So I'm just going to highlight down. So click and drag down to choose both layers. I'm just going to add frames, just normal vanilla frames, not clever keyframes, not an empty keyframe, just normal frames. Okay, and you've noticed that our armature layer is green. Okay, and that what we might call a keyframe isn't a round keyframe like normal. It's this kind of diamond. And we saw those, but with yellow rather than green when we were using motion tweens, if you remember, with our cloud back in our first animate session. If you weren't there, guys, you need to go back and check it out on the YouTube channel.
That was a great day.
That was a banging session, that was. Right. Now then, let's go. Let's get this guy moving. So I'm going to roughly go to half a second. So, okay, that's going to be 12, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to go to 12. So that's not roughly at all. I'm going to exactly go to half a second. Right?
No wonder they use you as a maths cover tutor.
As a what?
As a maths cover tutor.
I see. Right. Now then, what I'm going to do on this, I've just brought my playhead to 12. Okay. I don't need to add keyframes, nothing like that. I'm just going to go to my selection tool and I'm going to change my guy's pose.
Oh, okay.
Like that. Okay. And now, if I go back to my first frame and press play, it's actually going to just animate that first step. Like that, new.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't need to add in tweens or anything like that.
So you actually only did that with changing one arm and one leg?
Yeah.
Or did you do two arms?
No, I moved. So yeah.
Right.
Okay. So now I'm just going to think, okay, well, let's just run it on to 1 second. Okay, so which leg is moving? That leg's swinging up. So it's going to be, yeah, fine. So it's nearly going back, similar to the first one, but that in the first frame, this leg is actually touching the floor, isn't it? Yeah. Now, by the next pose, that foot is still touching the floor. Correct? So what we need to get to happen now is that that foot needs to come up behind up here, and this foot needs to make contact with the floor. Okay, so on 1 second, I'm just going to bring this foot back down and this foot up. I don't know what.
Actually, we're doing this on the fly, aren't we? But this could do with a bit of study, couldn't it?
Yeah, well, that's why I've given the guys the walk cycle in the okay. So you can see when I'm doing that, he's not making contact with the floor there, but I'm just sorting the pose out first, and then when I'm ready, when the pose is sorted, I'm going to go to the free transform tool, click on the whole armature, and just move him down onto the ground.
Right. This is fascinating.
It's fun, isn't it? No, not fun for you, Dom?
Yeah, no, it is, yeah. You have to kind of you have to really sort of work this out.
Yeah, you do. But that's why, that walk cycle diagram will really help you there,
Yeah.
But again, there's a lot of fun about not using that and just playing around with it.
Yeah. Okay,
so now that's up. So now what needs to happen is that
this bad boy is
needs to come down. Well, I don't know what
this one's going to go halfway up.
I'm just swinging my arms every time at the moment.
Yeah.
With no rhyme or reason.
That one was back.
What was happening over here?
That one was back, and it went to the middle, and it's gone forward. Okay, right. So that one's gonna go here. That one's gonna go here.
Sorry for the lack of speaking. I think me and Dom are
yeah, we're just in it.
No, yeah.
In it. Mine, there's a little bit of a mine's doing some kind of cross step halfway through. I think
okay. And then you could.
And then at the end, you need to do an end point as well.
Now, what I want to do is I want to copy the first pose. How can I do that? Copy frame. No, I'm not going to be able to do that. Don't think. There is a way, and I've forgotten how to do it.
What do you want to do?
Yeah. Well, I want that. I wanted to end with the same.
Yeah.
Pose as it began with.
I'm going to need to stretch mine out a bit, I think.
Let's just chuck a loop on and and see what happens when we get there. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
That one's going forward.
I got a bit of a shimmy going on at the end, yeah. Woo! I don't want to see what that looks like.
Dear, oh dear. He's playing pocket billiards there, isn't he? He's doing the Cardiff shuffle.
All right, okay. Okay.
My legs are doing all sorts of madness here.
I might change that last pose. All right. Okay. Oh, it's worse.
Yeah.
So obviously, I didn't sort my layers out because, yeah, that back arm should be all the way in the back. Now, I'm not sure if I can change that after center back. Let's see. Oh, yes, I can. Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah, it's not going to break anything. Yeah, there we are. Okay. Doesn't look quite the suspect anymore. Lovely.
Okay. Yeah.
As loops go, it's not amazing, but
yeah, but you know, if you could have more time and actually plan it out, it would be much easier.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, actually, one of the things I was thinking was, is there a way of? There must be a way of actually coloring the legs in different colors.
Yeah,
and then changing it back afterwards.
Yeah. So when you're actually animating, that you have them as totally different colors to help you know what's happening. Yeah, because they're symbols, so you could color them and then just go back and change them afterwards. Absolutely. You could even add the color effect to it. Do you know what I mean? Instead of making it darker, you could add the tint like we did with the, what do we put tint on? Flames. Oh, those flames are good, aren't they? Yeah, that was a good session. That was a good one. Right. Now then, I've got a, some kind of walk cycle here. Okay, I'm not happy with it, but for the sake of this, sake of this,
we're doing today,
it'll do. Okay. Now then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide my ground because it's served its purpose. I don't need to see it anymore. I could even delete it really, but I'll just hide it. okay? Because I don't want that to be visible. So why don't we go back out to our main animation, our main timeline. Do I want to destroy my lovely animation with this? I don't know.
Let it go. Let it go. It's gone now.
Okay. So I've got a character layer here. Yeah.
So have you just put that in as a new layer?
I made it last session when I was talking about the lighting. I said I'll create a character layer so that I've got a character layer and it's empty. So yeah, you just
it's in the main scene.
On my actual main timeline. Yeah.
Scene 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so on my character layer, I'm on that first blank keyframe, and I'm gonna grab my basic character. There he is. Basic character. I'll drag him in.
Library, basic character. Drag him into that.
Oh, it hasn't hidden the ground. Okay, I'm going to go in and delete that ground then. Weird.
Okay.
Right.
Let's go to basic character.
Let's get rid of that. Yeah.
That. Okay.
Okay, back out. Fine. So I'm gonna just pop him in.
Stop moving around. I see. I'm trying to drag it onto the timeline. Don't need to. I can just drag it into the scene.
Just onto the stage. Yeah.
Yeah. And then pre-transform it.
Now then, when I'm trying to do anything, it's actually automatically moving my light. Have you noticed that? And I want to go and grab.
Oh, why is that?
Because it'll it's funny, even if I'm on the character and then it'll automatically select whatever's in front. So if you want that to not happen, you just need to start locking layers. Okay, so I'm going to lock my lighting layer. And now basically it's not going to.
Oh, I see. So when you put that character in now,
yeah,
it will walk. But actually, what you need then to do is to do a motion between where you want it to start and end.
Now then, yeah, exactly. You could have built your armature on this main timeline.
Oh, that would be a nightmare.
And as whilst setting each pose, you could also move the position of the character forward. But a simpler version is to just animate a walk cycle, walking on the spot. And then, as you said, you can just then, so if I set him there, and then I'm going to add a keyframe in at the end there. Okay. So keyframe, exactly. Yeah, and you could use a motion tween between them. Okay. Create a motion tween. There we go. And I could just go to the end of this scene and have him off the edge. Oh, my motion tween hasn't worked.
No, mine neither.
Okay. Well, let's not worry about it. Let's see what's happening. Switch that off. Hey, guys in the comments, why isn't my motion tween working? What have I not done?
I don't know whether my comments are coming through, actually.
You know what I need? It needs a frame, not a keyframe. That's the problem.
So you can change that to.
So at the end here, this needed to.
But you can't change it to a frame.
No, you need to undo it.
Clear frames.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna insert a blank keyframe after it. There. See. So in line with the next scene, our lovely fire.
How do you get rid of that keyframe though? I'm just going back, which isn't ideal. How do you clear the frame?
Right click.
Clear it.
Right
and
click.
Clear frames.
Yeah.
Didn't work for me last time. Right. So you're saying just
Motion tweens don't need keyframes. They just need frames.
Okay, so I've got a frame.
Are you all right?
Oh.
Are we getting on, Dom?
Yeah, I'm doing something for sure.
Yeah, so I've got this guy on a walk cycle here now. Okay, and I've just whacked him in there. Yeah, so sorry, that's why that happened. Is when you're using a motion tween, you don't need start and end keyframes. You can just add frames. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. To be for full disclosure, because I learned animation on the original Flash back in the caves of university, then we used to use there was only a tween, and that is a classic tween. So I always forget about motion tweens, and I always use classic tweens when maybe I could use motion tweens instead. So yeah, that's why I'm a bit rubbish on the old motion tweens. Okay, so I'm just going to put my loop on there so we can just loop this scene. Okay, so you can see where my walk cycle kicks in, where he's got that bit of a limp, really, isn't he? There, whoop, whoop, there.
Yeah.
But if I could always go back and fix that walk cycle, and then it would be fixed in this scene and everywhere else where he's walking. So yeah, I'm really happy with how that's panned out. And I suppose if you're making background characters, if you've got like a main character, but you want some other guys about and some folks in the background doing stuff, then, using the fluid brush tool just to build up some folks, that would be fine, wouldn't it? Dom, hello?
Yes. I've got something crazy coming up on here. Why don't I share?
Yeah, you share. Oh, that fire was good. Look at it.
Yeah, so I've got some.
There he is.
This thing came up because it was like refine. You see this? Oh no. This section here, because it came up as refine tween, I think. I want to get it off. I don't know how.
So you got your character. Oh yeah, I can see. Sorry, yeah.
But I've got.
Yeah, it's kind of
it's crazy. Yeah, it's expanded because it was.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing that before, and I just want to get rid of it.
Okay, so if I go on the top, is it going to be something like view? Yeah, you're in some. So what was it called? Refine.
I think so. Yeah, I was trying to. Something went crazy with my motion, and then I was trying to delete a point, and then suddenly this popped up, and I couldn't get rid of it. Move tween. So you know what? I think I'm gonna have to go back and just delete that layer and bring him in again, which is fine.
It's got to be well.
So what do you call it? Character.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna bring him in. Right, he's there, and then I'm gonna shift and transform him down to there, and then my character. I want to put in a blank keyframe here. No, just just insert frame. Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking.
And then I'll right click on the timeline.
Yeah.
Create motion tween.
Yeah.
And now but that extends it right out for whatever reason.
Yeah. Okay. So go halfway. Go to the beginning of scene 2. Click on that frame, and then click insert empty blank keyframe, the blank one. Yeah.
Right.
Click.
That hasn't done anything.
No. Okay. Go back. Undo before you added the motion tween.
There we go.
Right. Put a blank keyframe in first.
Right at the end, yeah.
Oh, in line with the other, in line with those other black dots. Yeah.
Right.
Blank
keyframe. Okay, right.
There we
now
go.
That stopped it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so here I can right click.
Motion tween.
Motion tween.
Okay. And now you just need to move him. Yeah. Go to the end.
Right. And so to go to the end.
Yeah.
So in that one there.
Yeah. You can be the other side. Yeah, that's fine. And
then stick him there.
Fling him off. Yeah. Okay. Right. And then play it.
Here's my guy.
That's cool.
He's hop, skipping, and jumping through Camp Cumbie. Yeah.
He is. Right. Oh, look at that fire. Joe.
Oh, I tell you. Look at that.
Yeah. But that, you know what, right? All joking aside, that kind of walk cycle that we've just made there, super quick in this session is pretty much, it's actually, I would say, better than the exemplar that WJC handed out, I would say.
That is fighting talk. Fighting talk.
What do you think, guys? What do you think, guys, in the comments? Do you think that kind of walk cycle is enough, or do we need knees and elbows? Knees and elbows or not?
I'm not sure whether my comments are coming through, actually. But if people do comment and, within 30 seconds, I'll probably work out that actually, no, Anthony's saying yep. I'm not sure. He's saying yep to knees, yep to no knees. Who even knows?
Come on, Anthony.
Who needs to know?
Be more specific. Come on. Is that enough? It's enough. I think seeing it there, I didn't think it was enough until we did it, and then I think it is now.
Yeah, I think if you can draw it really nicely, spend some time on it and actually spend time on the animation bit, the actual cycle of it, then I think that would be great.
And put some corduroy on the trousers, as you asked.
Well, exactly that. Exactly. Put a texture in. That's what I would do. Instead of paint bucket tool, I'd put a texture in. That's fine. No knees. There we go.
No knees.
Ben dig a dig.
No knees. Ben dig a dig.
Ben dig a dig. Nice. Better than the exemplar, says Anthony. Oh, Anthony, I'm going to get you in all sorts of trouble here.
I didn't say that.
I'll screenshot that.
I didn't say that.
Can't wait till Anthony's
moderation
get sent off, and they're like, this is Mr. Russell, is it? Right, good stuff. Let's leave it there.
Okay,
cabbaged, brilliant work.
Yeah, so
I
think what we need to do next session is possibly backtrack a bit and look at character design, because obviously we've just used the brush tool there. I think the animation we've done today is turned out better than we expected, but I think the actual design of the character, because the spec actually asks specifically you need to have your own original character, I think we probably need to spend a bit more time on it.
Yeah, we'll find out what people say, because I'll email everything out to everyone. But I feel like in the animation and making the fire and stuff like that, I feel like people would be like, do you know what? I can do that now. I feel like I could do that. Give me an hour, and I reckon I can make a really nice character because I've got those skills.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think that. And
what are you telling me? We're not going to do that next week.
Well, let's chat about it. But I think people were talking about the animation buttons in Dreamweaver, and that really being like a huge headache. So maybe because someone was saying that moderation's coming in a few weeks.
Yeah, May the 5th is the deadline. So
we need to.
We could
leave detail for later.
Yeah, do people want us to push through the kind of push ahead and look at the the stuff like buttons, sound, exporting, getting it on the website? Do you want us to jump to that and then we can go back, because we've got sessions then after the deadline, and we can go back to look at character design later. Is that What do you want to do, guys? Or do you want us to look at it more chronologically? Maybe you're right, Dom. Maybe we need to look at buttons.
I think so.
Audio.
I think we need to cater, because I think people might start getting it now, and then they're like, do you know what? I can push on now.
Yeah.
But people who are kind of like, you know what?
What was that comment, Dom? Somebody's made one during the session.
Yeah, Annette made one during the session, and ecstatic that she did. So
well,
please,
let's see that then. Let's have that up on the screen.
And well, if only we could.
Annette, email your project to us, and then we can show it next week. Do a show and tell.
That'd be cool. That really would be cool, actually, if you can. And Helen was saying yes to all of that. I think it's Hannah. Is it Hannah? I think it's Hannah. I can't look at my thing right now. But yeah, good stuff. Listen, I'm gonna have to run because I got to pick up the baby now.
Oh, you better do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me sort that out, and then me and you will have a chat about how we do the next few just before that deadline.
You're just gonna tell me what I'm meant to do. That's what's gonna happen.
No, well, I mean,
I'm gonna have a chat.
Awesome. Right. Diolch yn fawr iawn.
Diolch i ti, Dom.
Yeah, good stuff. And see you next week.
Yeah, thanks for coming, guys. Thanks very much.
All right, take it easy, everyone. And please do give me feedback, because then we can always build the session.